What's up, everybody? Big Daddy B coming at you live from the AG. I did my other videos. My first video I did was about the HD TVs, and then I did a video about Blu-ray players. This video here may be a little bit more in depth, may take a little longer. I'm sorry, guys. I don't like to make real long videos, but it's just the way that you have to go if I want to explain each different way. Surround sound, I don't know if anybody's ever had a system, but it's incredible. It makes the movies sound. You can have a big screen TV and play it through the speakers on the TVs, and these new TVs are real small, so the speakers on them are small, and it just doesn't give you that movie theater experience. When you get a surround system, the bass is really going to thump. You're going to get real clear sound out of the other speakers, and your center channel speaker is going to be very vital to your system because it's going to take care of all the voices that come off the screen. So there's two basic setups that you have right now for the surround systems. You can get a basic what they call a 5.1 channel system, and that's pictured here. Now in a 5.1 channel system, you've got a front left speaker, front right speaker. You have a center channel speaker, which is one of the most important speakers in the system because it's going to take care of all the dialogue on the screen, and that's really going to be the one you want to hear very well. Your other speakers you have on a 5.1 channel is two back surround speakers. And then you're going to have a powered subwoofer. The powered subwoofer is another important speaker because that powered subwoofer is going to take care of all the explosions and the sound of a car door closing with a deep thud. It's very important. Your other speaker is going to take care of all the high sounds like bullets hitting the ground, ting, making a tinging noise off of the concrete. They'll take care of that. And then your surround speakers are going to take care of like ambient sounds like would be past you. Like if you see a car ride by, you may hear it in the back, or something go around you. You'll hear like sounds on the left and right. It's a really neat thing, man, when you first experience it. Surround system altogether. The other system that I'm going to discuss here, and this is a system I have, is and the one you may want to go with because it's the future of the surround sound, is a 7.1 channel system. And that's pictured here. Now in a 7.1 channel surround system, you're going to add two more speakers. Basically going to be just like the 5.1, except instead of having just two speakers in the back, you're going to have two speakers on the left and right of you, and then still have the ones behind you. So you're just adding two more speakers to it. The rest of it's the same, but those two speakers really make a difference because the sound gets separated a little more around you, and it's pretty awesome. Now there's basically three different ways that you can set up a surround system. You can go ahead and get what they call an all-in-one surround system, which basically you go out and you don't even have to worry about buying a Blu-ray player. It comes with a Blu-ray player built into the receiver itself. It's the receiver, the Blu-ray player, the 5 speakers, and then they have some with 7 speakers and the subwoofer. So basically the system's all there, what you need to do your surround system. And they're pretty reasonable prices. I mean, if you want to get a decent one, it's going to probably cost you about $400, $400 or $500. But you'll get a nice sound out of it. The only problem I find with those is that when you go that route, you're kind of stuck with the speakers that came with this system, and because they have a special hookup to the receiver you have, it's not a regular speaker hookup, so you're kind of stuck with those speakers. And then they have other systems where you buy just the receiver, so you would have to buy a separate Blu-ray player, you buy just the receiver, but it comes with speakers. But those speakers hook up via a regular speaker hookup, and all the speakers that come with it are matched to each other, so you get the same sound out of all of them, plus the subwoofer. It would either be a 5.1 or a 7.1 channel setup, but you're just getting the thing that takes care of the sound decoding and the speakers. You don't, the Blu-ray player is not built into it. Now they're pretty nice systems because they're pretty upscale. They're a little better speaker system, and you're not stuck with them speakers. If you decide later that you don't really like them, you would rather have another set, you can hook them up to the system. So that's one good point about them. Here's a picture of some of those. Now the next way that you can build a system is the way I chose to go. Just my personal preference is to be able to buy your own receiver from your own brand, which I have a Yamaha, which if these guys are looking for a receiver to do it this way, Yamaha receivers are awesome. They have a clear sound, and they're just the power that they send to the speakers is just cleaner. It seems like it's better to me. I've had Sony and Pioneer, but I like the Yamaha better. But anyhow, you get to you know, you can buy your own receiver, Yamaha, Denon, Pioneer, whatever you want to get. Then you just buy the speakers that you want. Basically, you have many different styles of speakers, different companies that you can go with. But you want, like I said, you want to make sure you get a good center channel speaker, and you want to get a good powered sub. Your left and right channel speakers, you want to get decent speakers there also. But that center channel and that subwoofer are really important to the system. But anyhow, basically, you buy the center, you buy the two front, left and right, you buy a sub, and you set up your surrounds. Now, what I chose to do over the years, I used to deal with Polk Audio, and they were really good speakers. But I can't kind of come to like clip speakers right now, and my system's kind of set up. Well, basically, my system is the system that you've seen in the pictures for the 5.1 and 7.1. The 7.1 is the speakers that I have in my system. I like clip speakers. The highs in the speakers are awesome, man. They just sound so incredible, and they're like louder without turning the sound up. When you hook them up, they're louder than my old speakers were, just because of the way the horns are made on them. The tweeters are just incredible. But anyhow, that's a route you can go, and here's a picture of like different speakers and just kind of the setup you could go with. Just like look at the different speakers, find the ones you like, and make them your system. Alright guys, there are the you know, 3 different ways that you can choose to purchase your system, and the 2 formats that you probably, you know, that you would get for a surround system. My recommendation would be, I'm not going to recommend any speakers or anything to anyone, because that's your own personal preference. Best thing to do is go and listen, see what you like, whatever sounds best to you, choose, or whatever system sounds best to you, or what's best for your budget, choose that. But I would say that I would choose to go with a 7.1 system, because that's the system of the future. A lot of the movies are coming out in 7.1, and that extra set of surround speakers in the back, man, really make a difference and make it more like the movie theater, because it's just like the sound is just all around you. So that's my recommendations is in my video, just to give you guys a touch on surround systems. If you weren't familiar, if you are familiar, man, maybe you might not have known about some of the things that I let you know. Big Daddy B, the AG, guys, happy movie watching. BAM!